Legate's blade. Make one on the fun-size forge and have... No, it just says make it in fun-size forge. So somewhere along the line I was supposed to get a recipe to make this one? Apparently. Alright, that's the one I want to use the pep ability. Bruise and snooze. Find a place with the most stunning view in the world and its inscription that's apparently been left there. There's a rocky mountain south of Heliodor that seems like a likely candidate. But it has to be a sword or a great sword because it specifies that the luminary has to equip it, and he can only equip swords or great swords. It can't be anything else, the legate's blade. There's only two options, it's a great sword or a sword. Can't be anything else. Otherwise, how's the luminary supposed to equip it? Yeah, not here either. Yeah, so I just never found a recipe for it. For the legate's blade. So that's something I'll have to Google at some point, with how to get the legate's blade. South of Heliodor is supposed to be like a mountain. Like a rocky path south of Heliodor. That's what it said. It's not a weapon, as the quest that needs you to forge an item should give you the recipe for said item. At least in your experience. Well, one last check then on anything else, I suppose. The only other thing, check accessories. Because it can't be a shield, it has blade literally in its name. It can't be a shield, and it can't be an armor or a helmet with that name. Nope, not an accessory either. Or at least that I can see. Not a weapon, not an accessory, or at least not a sword or a great sword. Yep, not an armor either. So it's just something I never got for. Okay, a rocky path south of Heliodor. Did he mean Emerald Coast? You have to see that if it means like the Emerald Coast for this mission. Because otherwise I'm not sure where they mean for this rocky path. That would be south, because if they meant cobblestone, they should just say cobblestone. So therefore it can't be cobblestone, because then the game would have mentioned cobblestone, not Heliodor. Did he mean cobblestones fall? But then again, if they meant to fall, it would say fall. I'm pretty sure of it. They would say cobblestones fall if it was supposed to be cobblestones fall. A rocky path with the most amazing view. Yeah, I agree. It's dumb that they want me to craft an item for something that I haven't gotten the recipe for. Because now I have to wander around and figure out to get said item. Is it the mangle grove? Did it for some reason mean the mangle grove? Or no, wait, this is a rocky path. Is this what they mean? Rocky path, nice view. No? By the way, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to know when I reach the location for that quest, by the way. Helidorian Foothills. Am I supposed to go there to Helidorian Foothills? They might mean the Helidorian Foothills now that I think about it. Because that would technically... What is my cow made out of? To where I can't summon it here. That's weird. I can't summon my horse here. Last I checked, you don't make maca shoes out of horse. You make it out of cows. Or, no, not maca, what's it called? It's not pleather, not leather, suede? No, not suede. I know it's a particular material that you make out of like cow or something like that that get destroyed when it rains. I just don't remember the name of said material now for some reason. But yeah, last I checked, horses aren't made out of that, and I guess I maybe missed this chest in my original playthrough. Who knows? He just walked all over me, that Cyclops. That's so rude. I don't want to walk all the way up. I'm gonna zoom into the Mangle Grove campsite. I know I'm already in Mangle Grove, but I don't want to climb up that vine again. I don't want to do that. So there. Now I'm on the top side, so I can pass to the other side. This is not what I'm... Oh. It's jump button. I forgot about the jump button there for a second. It better be the foothills. Otherwise I have to start just Googling the answer to these side quests if this is not what they meant. With the Helidorian foothills for this quest. Because it has a rocky path with a nice view. Ah, great, it's not what they meant. I guess I have to just Google the answers then. Alright, the quest I'm trying to complete now with the Heliodor thing was called Mr. Vista. Alright, let's look it up. How to clear the Mr. Vista side quest in Dragon Quest XI's, because the game developers forgot how to make proper instructions on side quests, and instead give you nonsensical directions. It's almost as if they forgot they were a modern game with Dragon Quest XI. It's like they forgot, wait, when was this game made? 2014 or 2017, something like that. Oh, that means games are not supposed to be cryptic like in the old days of early PlayStation 1 and Nintendo games. They're not supposed to be cryptic. Oh, but we thought we were making a classic Nintendo game, so we made the side quest cryptic with directions. Mr. Vista Quest, where the frick? If you're wondering, I'm confused, chat. I googled this Dragon Quest XI Mr. Vista, and for some reason, Google shows a screenshot, or not a screenshot, but it shows the box art for Shin Megami Tensei under a GameFAQ article about Dragon Quest XI. That's what I reacted at, that Google thinks Shin Megami Tensei and Dragon Quest is the same franchise. That's baffling. I'm supposed to go to Cobblestone's tour for this quest. If I was supposed to go to Cobblestone for... If I was supposed to go to Cobblestone's tour for this quest, then why is the quest description saying a rocky mountain south of Heliodor? Why is it just not saying there's a rocky mountain in Cobblestone? Why is it trying to confuse you by saying Heliodor? I mean, is Cobblestone in Heliodor? Yes, but Cobblestone is its own named area. But if you just go on the zoom map, you can clearly, it's the first thing that pops up when you go zoom where, Cobblestone. It's the first one. That's why the game should have said Cobblestone as the freaking clue instead of Heliodor. That's ridiculous. The players always have access to Cobblestone, and at least in the post game, they always have access to Cobblestone. Because even if you were to visit Cobblestone, you probably wouldn't have think of Cobblestone's tour just because it says maybe go to Cobblestone. Because then the players would have to remember, oh, Cobblestone's tour, the beginning area of the playthrough. Because by just saying Cobblestone, it would make people wander around and eventually be like, ah, do you mean tour in the Cobblestone? Like, it doesn't matter if the characters in lore doesn't know about Cobblestone. The quest clues are meant for the player. So it can just say Cobblestone. Doesn't matter if the quest giver doesn't know about Cobblestone's existence. The little tidbit should say Cobblestone because it's for the players. It's not reciting what the freaking quest giver said. It's not quoting them. There's no quotation marks. Because if they were to use quotation marks for the quest descriptions, then sure, it can be like, oh, okay, they are literally quoting the characters. But even if they did that, it would still be a dumb excuse to give you poor hints just because they're quoting characters. So yeah, once again, we're back to the point of the game where it's side quests where I have to look up the answers on where to go because all the quests now are vague and misleading of where you need to go. I swear, this was not that much of an issue in frickin'...
Help me! Someone! Anyone!
It was not an issue in Act 1 with the quest being this. Like, ah, Google where you need to go. But for some reason, when Act 2 came around, they started giving out quests that made no sense. And then continued it for the post-game to give you quests that are vague on where you need to go.
Dirk! I've known that voice anywhere. Eric, is that you?
Why is he here, Dirk?
Come on, Dirk needs our help.